pick up the mic.
Well, welcome. I'm here today, joined by Tyrone Ross Jr. Amongst other things, Tyrone is, as his t-shirt says, the CEO of On-Ramp Invest. He's on the board of advisors of Reality Shares. He's the founder of 401, and he's director of community at Altruist. Tyrone, last time we spoke, you were just about to announce becoming CEO of On-Ramp. So tell us, well, I mean, obviously that's a big deal. Tell us what, if anything, has changed for you. Maybe nothing, but tell us what, if anything, has changed.
I think the main thing that has changed is what comes with position is responsibility and obligation. And I always tell people I'm no longer concerned about the resume aspects of my life, more about the legacy. So one of the things that have, for me, that has happened and personal reflection that I did since everything happened this year and a lot of the turmoil here in America was we just needed more Black men in positions of power. And I just say power, not from the sense of being able to rule people, but just being able to affect change in our communities. And I did as much as I could on a certain level. And I realized that if I was to affect more change, if I was to have a bigger megaphone, if I was to really start to put my finger on the pulse of what I knew the problem was, then I needed what the world deemed the credibility. And just so happened that this role also aligns with my other passions and purpose around investment and what cryptocurrency means for the unbanked communities and just lower income communities in general. So again, when you walk that line of purpose, it all kind of comes together. Everything makes sense. So not much has changed. Just the responsibility, obviously, of growing a company and, fundraising and things like that. But I find myself talking about the same things that I'm also passionate about every other time I talk. So not much has changed, just a different crown to wear. But the responsibility and the obligation are the most important part of that.
One of the reasons we're having this conversation is because you're going to help Spark Network as a Firestarter. It gives us the opportunity to help you sort of get, not just to my kids, but to a broader audience. You're doing that anyway. But so tell us a bit about your passions and your purpose. Tell us about all those things that, get you up in the morning, get you out of bed, get you with that fighting spirit.
Besides you for this interview, no. Again, for me, I'm incredibly grateful for this opportunity. And one of the things everyone always asks, Tyrone, how can we help you? What can we do? And I just need more rooms to scream in, right? The more room to spread the message of what it is that I care about. And what is it that I care about? It's abandoned, abused, and neglected children. It's hungry children. It's homeless people. It's marginalized people. It's the fact that we have have-nots and have-mores in this country, but we just simply need to have haves and have-mores, not only here, but across the world. But I think one of the things that is most important for me is that people understand that we simply just have to get back to the appreciation and love for humanity and for one another. And I think we do that by acknowledging that we are different, right? Everyone has chosen a side now. All right, you've chosen your sides. Now let's play kickball, right? You're on one team, I'm on the other. But at the end of the day, when we meet in the middle, we should agree that everyone should be fed. We should agree that everyone should have access to education. We should agree that everybody should have health care. We should agree that children, no matter where they live, should get the same education. The school should have the same resources. These are things that we as a country and we as a world right now should demand. There should be a revolution for this. So this is what gets me up in the morning. But more importantly, I know when I laid my head down last night, there was a child in this country that also laid their head down, but they went to bed hungry. That's on me to fix. And I'm going to fix it, no matter what. So until I know that that is fixed, and that's really what this is about. There's a movement now that I'm trying to push, and that's this 1G. What can we change in one generation? Excuse me. And one of the purposeful things that I'm trying to do is just get people to understand, those of us that are adults, we've lived our life, we've formed opinions on life and things and money and people and places, but there's a whole generation of children, 10 to 19-year-olds in America. There's 43 million of them. We have a responsibility to that generation to leave them a world better than what we found it. And the divisiveness, the hatred, the scorn right now is not an example that I want to leave for my nephews, and that I'm sure you want to leave from your children. You want to make it better. And that's what really fires me up. So anytime these opportunities come about, I take them because I need to be that voice. And they always tell you, right? You have to be what you want to see in the world. And I plan to lead by example until I take my last breath.
Tyrone, you are tireless. And you are, without doubt, one of those people that we're looking for and looking to, one of those people that we need. You are truth, you are energy, you are unstoppable. You are a true leader, and we're looking to supporting you on this so important journey. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. No, it means a lot to me. Thank you again for having me. I appreciate you.